Guys, what's up? It's me again, LVZ, the Georgian guy who is supporting the Ilia Topuria, Gachikadze, Merab Dvalishvili, Roman Dolidze in the UFC. So I want to tell you my opinion about the situation in the lightweight. As you guys know that in the UFC 317, what happened is that Islam Makhachev moved up to the welterweight and the lightweight title was declared vacant. On the June 29, it will be decided who will become the UFC champion. Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira will fight for the vacant title, and a lot of my friends personally are underestimating the Charles Oliveira, talking about his age and blah blah blah. But I want to keep remind them that Oliveira is the fighter who holds the record for the most finishes in the UFC history. No one in the organization has made as many submissions or finishes in the UFC as a Brazilian has done. Neither Jon Jones or Khabib Nurmagomedov or maybe Anderson Silva or St-Pierre. None of them had as many early victories as Oliveira has done, and none of them has received as much fighting bonuses as Charles Do Bronx Oliveira. I'm keeping remind my friends. So of course I no doubt that Ilia Topuria will win this fight. I will talk it about later in this video, but I want to focus about the Charles Do Bronx Oliveira. Out of his 40 fights, in my opinion, he lost the one against the Makhachev, and that fight was which one crowded Makhachev as the king of lightweight. That made the Islam champion. That fight made the Islam champion. So then another loss, he lost against Arman Tsarukyan by the split decision, but I believe that fight was a draw. But a lot of people are thinking that he undeservedly lost that fight, and I agree with them. Now what happens is the Ilia Topuria is aiming to do the same thing as Islam Makhachev did, go to the lightweight and beat the Charles Do Bronx Oliveira in a vacant title, and they become the champion. Now let me tell you another thing. In the 2020, if we take the last 5 years, the man has defeated some serious fighter. I mean, Charles Oliveira has defeated like Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler twice, Tony Ferguson and Benel Dariush, and also Kamil Lee. He is also the great fighter. He defeated the guys fighters like them, so he's a very strong opponent. But let me finish a piece of cake right here. We all know that Ilia Topuria has the knockout power. He is really good boxer, but in my opinion, he wants to make a statement in this division. After he moved to the UFC, he submitted only the Bryce Mitchell and another 3 fighters like Volkanovski, Josh Emmett, and also the Max, the Blessed Holloway. He knocked out of the stream. So he proved to the world that he is a really good boxer. Now he wants to prove that his base fighting skills and his fighting talent is a grappling. So he will prove to the world that he can submit the best submission in the UFC history, the Charles Do Bronx Oliveira. Then this will be the crazy statement for the Ilia Topuria, and I believe he can do this. So after the fight, maybe Islam Makhachev will fight against Della Maddalena, and in my opinion, if the Makhachev will win, there's no doubt maybe he will win against the Della Maddalena. He will retire. Remember this, guys. He will retire from the sports, and that fight against the Ilia Topuria against Islam Makhachev will never happen. Maybe it will be the clever decision as for his career from side of Islam Makhachev, but it's a very bad and poor decision for the UFC fans to avoid and dodge the fighter like Topuria. So that's my opinion. This is my fight analyze. What will happen in the UFC 370? Good luck to the Ilia Topuria, El Matador. So thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye bye.